Happy Sunday, folks. It is January the 15th. As you can see, it has snowed some and it's been frigidly cold. But today, it's 40-something degrees outside, and I'll take workable weather where I can get it. I haven't made a new video in months and months, so I figured I would cover a couple of bases on some things. And new developments. Not only do we have gamblers coming up this year, which is why I've been working on this thing and been trying to swap some tires around. I'm actually stealing those off to go on those 6-lug rims right there, and I'll show you what those are going on in just a minute. But anyway, so my friend Chucky, that we do gambler stuff with, he is building his YouTube channel, and he's trying to reach 500 subscribers before September so he can participate in an event called the No Name Nationals. And that's in a town, I think it's called Saxton. That's what I'd have to double check that. But it's in Missouri, about a 4.5 hour drive from here. And basically it's at a drag strip there in Missouri. And it's for YouTubers, I suppose, that are up and coming. And the requirement to participate is, of course, you have to pay a registration fee, but you have to have 500 subscribers. And he's at about 120, 130, maybe a little bit more than that at this point. I've not checked today. But he's climbing the ladder pretty quick, so you guys should slide over there and check out his videos and give him a like and subscribe. That is Chucky's Garage, CHUCKY''S, Chucky's Garage. And, yeah, because I really want him to be successful and be able to make it to this, because at this point, now that he told me what it is, and I've heard about it, I want to go too. And I'm eligible to make it. The problem I have right now is I don't have a vehicle worth taking to it. So I am making this video today to give you guys a rundown on my options and let the fans decide, if enough people actually watch this to decide. So we'll see about that. First option, obviously, is the gambler van. It's basically going to need a ton of work. I need to swap tires around on it again. I lifted it in the front a while back, but the entire front end is blown out in this thing. And so if I take it, the likelihood of it passing tech inspection is pretty slim without doing a bunch of work on it. So I could either haul it and probably fail tech, or I could put more money than the van's worth into it to work on it and drive it there and maybe still fail tech. So it's an option, not a very viable option, but it's an option. So the next thing, and I'm kind of doing this out of order, what I wanted to, but that's okay. We'll get to the other stuff in a minute, because some of my vehicles are not here. Next up, we've got this turd right here. And that's also what the 6-lug chrome saw blades are going to go on. As you can see, it doesn't have two matching wheels and tires on it, on top of the fact that these two over here are flat. This thing, it runs and moves, believe it or not, and honestly wouldn't really need any more work than the gambler van to be roadworthy, despite its looks. So this is another option. I could fix this up and drive it. I mean, I know it's an event at a drag strip, but let's just face it, I don't have a fast car or anything that really belongs on a drag strip, and that's part of the whole, that's part of the fun of the whole deal. This thing, it's a 318, 2-barrel, 727, 203 transfer case, has a GM half-ton axles, so 12 bolt in the back and a Dana 44 in the front, and has mint 307 gears, so it wouldn't matter how small a tire I put on it. It's going to be high geared and slow, and that's okay. Like I said, I'm not looking to win a race here. The interior is well, just about what you could expect, from looking at it on the outside. I've got a set of bucket seats to go in it, and I've got some signs and license plates to fix these sort of messes right here. So this is another option. Like I said, really doesn't need any more work than the van to be roadworthy. So there we go. And of course, there's an option. I'm kidding. That's not really an option. That's a parts car. This thing is probably never going to run again unless I rip the body off and stick it on this frame, which is probably also never going to happen. So let's just forget about that. And so yeah, there's 2 options, potentially 3 if you count the blue van up there, but like I said, that's kind of wishy-washy, so we'll not waste too much time talking about that. So we got 95 Chevy G10, the Gambler van. This is a 77 Dodge Power Wagon, and it is a Power Wagon. And I'm about to go to good old Area 51 here in a minute and show you guys some more options on vehicles I could drive. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Next on the list of vehicles I could take to the No Name Nationals is this baby right here. This is my 87 GMC Vandura 2500. This is another one that's, you know, it's perhaps just a little too nice. It needs almost nothing before it would be ready to go. But it is an option. I could drive it there. I could camp in the back. It's got a trailer hitch. I could pull my lawnmower trailer and haul my little hot rod lawn tractor, you know, that I could ride around in the pits or whatever. Or at least I assume so. I've never been to the No Name National, so I don't know. But 350 throttle body injected, 700R, 342 rear end. Plenty slow, but a good driver. Make our way on down the row here. And the next thing we've got is this crusty blue mess right here, which is a 78 Chevy C10 Custom Deluxe trim package. It has a 250 inline 6 350 turbo transmission. It is raunchy. Needs a fuel pump. That's why the hood's up. I'm actually about to put a fuel pump on it here in a minute. This thing right here would I would say it would probably actually do pretty well as far as driving it there. And like I said earlier, I don't have a fast car, so why not show up in some just ultra turdly machine? That'd be a good candidate for it. Of course, the next option over here is my 70 Chevy C10. It's got a pretty good running 350 in it and a 3-speed on the column. Needs the brakes redone. They work, but they're terrible as it is right now. And then over here, of course, I've got my 03 GMC Sonoma. Yet again, that's a little too nice, too easy, you know, just too, I don't want to say boring. It's a cool truck, but, you know, I mean, it's like my daily driver. We're looking for things that stand out a little more, like this 76 Chevy C30, which is my tow rig. And if I end up hauling a vehicle there, then this will be what I'm driving anyway. It's got a 350 that was seized when I got it. It came out of that parts car El Camino I showed you guys for a second there earlier. 4-speed. I put disc brakes on it in the back, put a new clutch in it, did a bunch of pretty good stuff to it. It's a good truck. And then, of course, my favorite option is this baby right here. This is an 83 Chevy El Camino Conquista with a 79 front clip on it that came off from that parts car I showed you guys earlier. It's got a very non-original 305 HO that came out of my Monte Carlo, and it wasn't original with that car either. 350 turbo, got some insanely high highway gears like 252 or 273s, but a good running car. And I think this is my favorite option personally, but I'm making this video for a reason, to leave it up to the fans. Basically, the only thing that's keeping this thing off the road right now is I've just not buttoned it up from where I swapped the motor and transmission. I just need to finish hooking some stuff up. I got to get a new distributor for it, is one thing that I've just not done. And so get it all dialed in, dial the timing in, get a carburetor tuned up for it. But yeah, that's where we're at. So we've got this El Camino, we got the red C10, we got the blue C10, we got the van, we got the ton truck, we've got the Sonoma, we've got the Gambler 500 van, we've got the 77 Dodge Power Wagon, and we technically have that blue 87 Dodge B150 van, but like I said, we're just going to leave that in the shadows in the corner for the time being. So yeah, I'll leave it up to you guys. So like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment on which one of these turdly old cars I should get running and roadworthy to make a 400 and something mile trip to Missouri in September in. So yeah, and also don't forget what I said at the beginning of the video. Slide over there and check out Chucky's garage, and definitely subscribe to his channel so he can build it up so he can be eligible to go, because I really want him to be there, and I really want to see his old Gambler 500 Buick build go down the drag strip. That'll be the highlight of my life. So until the next time.